Chaps and chappets, welcome back to the next episode of this Tryhards Rtg Glory. So I was literally just thinking, as we're getting into these rewards here, goal 2, you know, not too bad. At the end of the day, we're playing teams at the moment in Foot Champions, which are just tenfold better than us at the end of the day. So we've got to try and catch up. We need those coins. We need them to be raking in. Maybe making some smart investments, although I do buy and sell players quite a lot when I get salty, you know. As if I might been roasted already. Yeah, so we're getting into the packs. We need something decent. Like I say, we need to catch up with, you know, the pay to win, as well as also the grinders who have been grinding all year, which, if we did start the road to glory at the start of the year, is exactly what we would be as well. I reckon we could have a couple of icons. It'd be interesting to see in FIFA 19 what sort of team we can accomplish right from the start. But, you know, if we do get lucky with some of these packs, maybe we can get a kickstart and then things can go from there. So at the moment, it is very difficult. That's the thing, because the standard of teams, like I say, is just so far. So in this pack, we see at Argentina, I'm thinking that could be something sick, and then it's like goalkeeper is just GG's, pretty much GG's right there. Into the next pack. I think we also got a couple of free packs because it was the Lunar New Year promotion or whatever. We see it's basically GG's at that point as well. I think it was like Ecuador or whatever. Or it might be I think it might be Colombia. One of the two. Falcao, that was up front. He's 84 rated, so because of high rating, he sells for a little bit, but not what we're hoping for. And I remember when I think it was the Pochettino Arsene Wenger hybrid Road to Glory last time, we were able to get a legend within the 3rd week or something of the Road to Glory on Foot Champs through getting gold 1. And then previously from that, I was getting like elite and top 100 on my main account. I didn't get any legends. And then on my Road to Glory, I get it. So, you know, maybe we do get some decent pack luck, but at the same time, speaking out against EA, you know, saying the pay to win and all the rest of it, they might have written down a little account or whatever. Then I'll get shocking players. You know, you have to wait and see. I'm hoping that we can get some decent luck, though. So, getting to the first game, obviously, we're using a 4-2-3-1 system still. We bring on Gomez and Lukaku. So, Gomez as the centre attacking mid, Lukaku as the left back. And then you can see we're using the left back and right back quite a lot. Although they are on stay back while attacking, we try to bring them forward for the attacks just to sort of overload the defence. At the end of the day, when you're bringing forward the left back and right back, what that is going to enable you to do, it's just cause a massive overload, because you've got the striker, you've got the 3 cams, so that's already a 4v4 basically. If you can sort of use the right back and left back to drag out the opposing right back and left back, or grab the CDMs and put them out of place, then you're going to create a lot of space. And, you know, we're 2-1 up here. He puts the pressure back on as he gets Valencia running down the line, holds off Eric Bailly. I don't know how he's done that. I mean, he's a pretty strong lad, Valencia, but I think Eric Bailly's got to be doing better there nonetheless. Mbappe with a little spin. Oh my, that's filthy. That is filthy. He gets the turn, and he's playing through Gomez, and he seems to be doing well for me as well. Gomez, to be fair, he's got decent dribbling, already decent pace. We slap the Finnish chem style on him. And look at this, though. I was pressing Y with David De Gea, right? And I think it was because I pressed Y a little bit early as the ball was being played. He almost like didn't lock onto the player properly. Or, I don't know, he basically just started running in a direction which was just not going to help him at all. And then after that, he couldn't recover. 3-2, you know, the pressure's on. We're trying to get a goal back. Lukaku running down the line. He scores. And this actually is sort of reminiscent of the Arsenal Robin van Persie goal versus Barcelona from that angle. My. I don't know how that has gone in. It's obviously been taking the tips from his brother, the Lukaku lad up top, of course. I don't know how, literally, that's a driven pass, and that's managed to find itself in the net past your boy. I think that was the Gea in goal as well, so that's a bit of a roast. But then he just scores straight off a kickoff, so we're celebrating. It's a hell of a time, and then he just ruins the party. So we have to see it out. Has to be done at times. We managed to get the first win, and obviously that is very important, of course, just to get the weekend league, you know, get the momentum off to a good start, because I can't remember the last time I actually lost my first game, but losing your first game for your mentality, you know, you might end up going to the next game and losing that as well, and then who knows where you end up from there. It'll be quite incredible to recover after that, especially when you got the salt and all the rest of it. And we go into this game 1 minute in, and he bangs it. That's what I mean. These teams that we're coming up against are absolutely mad. Hernandez, man, he's such a sick player. Trying to create chances here. The salt is pumping. Like, there's no way, there's no other way to go about it, you know. The anger is being unleashed to an extent. And we just can't seem to get a goal at this point. It falls for Gomez there. Perhaps a bit too aggressive. But we just keep getting the ball back, I think, because of our aggression. So it kind of comes off nicely in the end as it falls for Gomez. Puts it top bins. That was the finish that we were initially looking for. As he gets another chance here. Defending pretty shambolic there. He gets it over the top. I think Valencia could be doing better than that. He's asking questions of the goalkeeper. And he hasn't answered it. But as for Valencia, I think he should probably come up with a little bit of an answer there, you know. I think he should get his foot on that. But I don't know, maybe he dived a little bit too early for it. But we get a goal straight back off the kickoff. It seems to be, that's the thing, it is a little bit of a talking point. Because obviously the kickoff glitch was nerfed. But I still feel like it is a genuine presence still. Like, it is something to be mindful of, you know. Something to be a little bit careful of, because goals can happen. More, I'd probably say your defense is definitely weaker, but it isn't as weak as it was. But we get the lead there. Mbappe, nice bit of play. And you'll notice a lot of the time, once again, it's the left back who is opening up the play, finding a space for Ousmane Dembele. Ball across, saved. The relief, honestly, the relief of when that just fell back for me. Just a silver deal. Because obviously 15 minutes left. This lad was creating chances. He's already put 2 past me at this point. And I don't know, you lose confidence from that. And that's the thing, defensively, we were getting a bit rattled. But in the end, we do manage to get a rage quit off. So we're now 2 wins out of 2. And then look at this team. It was only briefly there. You might even have to go back. My. The teams is crazy, but we get a goal. A bit of a strange one. It's got to be said, but you got to take it. You got to take it against these sorts of teams. He bangs it back though. Look at that. He takes like 2 touches there with Son. Bang. I was not expecting that. I was just trying to sort of organize the defense, but he doesn't give me any time there. Beautiful ball. It's all about that ball through. We spot the runner Martial right between the lines, between the centre back and the left back. My. Gomez playing the ball through this time. We get the ball across Martial, and it was a very tough game, and it felt like one of those types of games, not only because the team is incredible that we're coming up against, we get another rage quit, might I add, as well, but it's just like, it's one of those games where you couldn't quite believe that you actually managed to win it in a way, because that last through ball, I feel like maybe I was a little bit lucky with how it turned out, but you know, we'll take it. Well, I think we deserved it at the end of the day. So with 3 wins out of 3, we're feeling the confidence. I do like Cyprin as a CDM, who we've included alongside Bakayoko, because he's with the finisher chem style quite strong, good stamina, good all round, and I think there's quite a good balance in the squad really of dribbling, strength as well. I mean, it was defensively relatively solid. The problem was though is that perhaps Cyprin, because he had the high attacking work rate. Oh, excuse me. My. Just had a classic dinner, of course. Chicken and chips. Usually go for the chicken and rice. Trying to keep it healthy, of course. But it's a Sunday. You know, you got to indulge yourself in a bit more tasty snacks, you might say. It's not chicken nuggets, though. Not chicken nuggets. Nonetheless, 3-0. It's looking nice. It definitely is looking nice as we get the ball to Mbappe, playing it through for Gomez. And we're doing a lot of sort of fluid. It was feeling very responsive, the passing play on the Saturday. Sunday, less so, but that's another day. That's another day of shocking FIFA, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, the gameplay is consistent. Inconsistent, I should say. It's so inconsistent. I'm not going to give EA props for something they can't do. It is not consistent in the slightest. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people sort of agreeing with me, but it seems to be that when the servers are congested, the gameplay is very different. And the thing is that you don't really notice that on other games like Rocket League or Call of Duty or anything like that. I don't understand why it's so inconsistent. Yes, it could be based off connection, but I check my connection and my ping is basically perfect all the time when I'm wired into my router. So it's not my connection. It is quite clearly the server's connection because it's on like the dedicated servers or whatever, which means that if you're playing against a laggy opponent, then the opponent you're up against is going to get speed up lag to speed up to where the server is. But it must be the servers just because they're being overloaded. And you'd think out of all the money, I mean, I hate to rip EA again, so they're just going to destroy my pack weight, but you'd think that they could make some decent servers considering I think they're earning probably the most out of any game out there. With the packs, it's probably something like, I think it's like 1 billion a year. I don't know, it's something stupid. It really is. But nonetheless, we are feeling good. 5 wins out of 5. It's a decent team. The 4-2-3-1 tactics coming out to play. I already told you about that, of course. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of a Tryhards Road to Glory. But that is going to be it. So I'll see you chaps and chapettes on the next one. My.
What you saying, dude?
I just like this.
Whew, he's starting to get rude. He's salty. I've told you before. Oh no, the evidence is stacking up. His bags he be packing up.